So, right. So for the signal service, guys, yeah, the signal service, um, what we've got here is there's no technical skills. You don't need to have any technical skills at all. This is exactly how to do it, right? I'm going to show you how you do your risk reward and also how you set your profit targets and so on and so forth. You can demo it first. I want your business, so therefore I'm gonna give you the best signal. So therefore, you can actually be making money, and you would also be there recommending other people. Now, basically, what I'm also gonna do now is just to show you some evidence, of some of the trades, right, that I've actually been taking here. Okay, right. Okay, let's see now. Got to do everything again from scratch. Okay. So this is my trading results. This is what I've been doing. Basically, my manage account. I'm managing people's money for them, and this so far this month alone, I'm up 7.86% so far. No, but this is what I say to people. I say to people, look, it's 3 to 5% a month. Now, I am not saying to people that, look, I am going to make you some crazy. If you give me £1,000, I'm going to give you 5,000. Anyone who comes to you and say that to them, run. If they say that to you, run. I'm telling you, there's no one in the Forex world can say to you, you give me 1,000 and I give you 5,000. No. And also, guys, don't give anyone money physically in their bank account. Don't do that. Put it in a trading account with a reputable broker. Because I've put money with brokers. I give an example. I'd move on a £5,000 account up to 19,000, and when it was time for me to withdraw my funds, they refused. I sent at least 1,000 emails, and it wasn't a reputable broker. So you've got to make sure that you're putting money with the right broker, you know. And also, as well, as I said, anybody come to your Instagram anywhere, just say to them, show me some evidence, right? Show them some evidence. This guy contacted me on Instagram and said, look, he has been doing well and so on. I said, okay, then fair enough. Now show me some evidence of you making a profit. And the guy couldn't show me any evidence whatsoever. Because I said, look, if you can show me the evidence right now, I invest £1,000 with you. This was his selling point at the start. If you give me £1,000, I will give you 5 grand. And I'm like, everybody's got the same selling point. So it's become ridiculous. But then you've got people now are contacting me, and I'm saying to them, look, they said, what sort of percentage gain I can look forward to? And I'm saying, look, it's 3 to 5%. And they're saying, oh, that's too small, that's too small. And I'm like, it's not me. I've got to follow a strategy and a process. So it's not like I can just go and tell the market that, look, I need 20%. I can't do that. I've got to work bloody hard for the 7% so far, and be meticulous about it. Right now, if, for example, now, I've made clients 60% in 4 months, but it's not going to happen all the time. It's not going to happen all the time. So for me, I say, look, 23% for the year. That's why I sort of look at it. Because if you're with Barclays, if you're with Lloyd's, if you're with any of these big banks, HSBC, the most you're getting on your saving account is 0.02%. And if you were to change that percentage to the number, that time, the multiplier, that times by that money that you put in the bank, this is how much you're going to times it by 0.00, yeah, 02. Yeah, 3 zeros there, yeah. Okay. So what I'm saying, guys, you're getting pittance. So if someone is offering you a safer way, of course, it's not risk-free, because of course I can suffer losses, but I'm very risk averse. Risk is not, that's the reason why I said conservatively 23%. I am up already 7%, and this is only in the first month. But I said to you, in a year, 23% plus. But look, in 1 month, so basically I'm almost half, and we're not even done with this month yet. I'm actually half of what I'm saying to these clients, 23%, So, well, 3 times, a third of it. Okay. So let's get back to this now. Now, I gave you a signal, right? And the signal was to enter here and sell, and your stop loss is there. and your target is there. Okay. Right. So I did show you, let me do it on a, let me do it on another, let me do it on another one. Let's get blank. Let's do this again. Okay. Right. Now, say for example, right, let me show you now. This is where I said to you, I gave you the signal, right? And what you do, you put it on the chart. So this is how you do it. So that's 93,322. That's where I say you need to put it, right? So you put the line there. You're going to right click on the chart, and then you're going to go to sell. I said I want you to sell. So you put the sell there, right? I don't know if you hear that click. Then you're going to just hover over it like that till you see that vertical line. Okay. So you're going to hover over it until you see that vertical line. Then you're going to click modify. When you go into modify now, okay, I would have given you as well the stop loss. I'm putting my stop loss there. Okay. And say I'm putting my profit target down here. This is where I'm putting my profit target. Okay. So here now, I click on modify. And then all I'm going to do now, because I'm looking to sell this, right? I'm going to click the up where stop loss, because I'm going down, I want my stop loss. Now the stop loss is just to stop me losing all my money from my account. Okay. That's just putting the risk that I'm willing to take. Okay. Then no, this is my now take profit. Where am I going to take profit? Okay. I will also give you information. For example, need to move the position to break even and so on. Okay. So I'll help you totally to manage the trade. Okay. So this is what we've got now. So I've got that. This is my stop loss. It says stop loss there. So I'll be risking 37 pounds. Okay. That's 30. Can you see on the left-hand side there of the screen, 37 pounds. And then this now is my target. I'm looking to make 95 pounds. So if the market comes down, let me get this line off. Okay. Let me get this line off now. Okay. Okay, so this was where I said I wanted you to enter the trade, right? That's where I wanted you to enter the trade. That's the stop loss, and that's the target, okay? This is what you would see on your chart. So if the market comes down all the way to there, then I'm in profit. If it goes up there, then I'm only going to lose 36 pounds, okay? So that's how we do that one. Now, what I suggest now is you always look at your risk, okay? So I've deleted that one. Let's go back to this one now. Now, what I did was I sold this trade here. Yeah, I look to sell. I sell here. So it's best if you do it on a demo account. So you go to here and you make 0.01 and you put it on the demo and press sell. Okay. Now, once you press sell there and I pull it up, so this is where I want my stop loss to be. If you can see here, this is because I'm putting my stop loss here just above this point here. Right. This is about 2 pounds, about 2 pounds, right? So that's 2 pounds. Okay, so that's what I'm looking at. So this bit, 0.01 represents 2 pounds. Okay, actually, let's make it a bit more challenging. 2 pounds 50. Okay, now I would like to basically risk a maximum of 50 pounds. I don't want to lose more than 50 pounds. Now, 0.01 goes to 2 pounds 50. But I'm only want to risk 50 pounds. And guys, this is very easy. All you've got to do is take out your phone and do the calculations, okay? You're going to take this 2 pounds 50 and you're going to divide it into 50, okay? So we do 50 divided by 2 pounds 50, okay? And then you get your calculator, you do 50, and you can do that in a mobile phone, divided by 2.5, right? And you get 20. So you get 20, right? So from there to there, for you to get the 50 pounds, you had to what? You had to times by 20. Okay? So all we're going to do to this here is to do what? We're going to times this bit also by 20. So if we times 0.01 by 20, okay, then we're getting, we're going to get 0.2. Now, if I use 0.2 as my trade size, this is what we call the trade size, then basically when the market goes down, and I'm going to show you now, let's look at this now. So what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to place it here, right? So as I said, I'm risking how much money? I said I'm risking 50 pounds, right? To make. So what I'm going to do now, I'm risking 50 pounds. So I said 50 pounds. So that's going to be 20. Can you see I get up to 20 there? Yeah. Can you see that 20 I said? 0.2. Can you see the 0.2 there? Then what I would do then, I would click here and do, then look to sell. Okay. None of my trades will be live trades where you go into the market. It will always be the market has to come to you. So you modify, and then you're going to put accordingly inside here. So you're going to put your take profit, your stop loss. That's what you're going to be doing. So this is actually calculating what size your trade should be. We already know where the stop loss is going to be, and we already know where the take profit is going to be. Okay, let me see if this trade is in profit. Okay, yeah, we're in profit by 6 pence. Okay, let's close that out then. Okay, so that's how you would take the signal. Hopefully hopefully you understand that one, and so on. Let's get back to this now. So that's how we take the trade. You can always ask me questions about that. Let me explain how you set up 1, 2, and 3 chart. Okay, hurry back. Okay, right. Yep. No. So next one. So if we move now, guys, this is what we're gonna do now. We're moving on to now my free trading, my free Forex trading strategy, right? Now the reason why I'm providing this for free, right, is because I'm hoping that some of you in the group will want to come on to my courses. I'm also hoping that you could also look at trading and start seeing if you can actually do it. But also I love sharing, you know, and I love helping people. But of course, if you're gonna need my time and on a one-to-one level, then of course you've got to compensate me for it. Now, and also because the more I practice, the better I become. Okay. So it's really important that you follow these steps. Now, the first thing I do is I draw my supply and demand zones. Then I attach the moving average. And then I wait for the price to move and close above and below. And then you can calculate a stop loss and take profits, you know, accordingly. But I'll show you now how you do that now on the chart, okay? So it's really simple, guys, really simple. Simple to do. And then what you've got to do, you've got to just do the same thing every time you see the setup. Now, with the right mindset, this trading strategy has an edge, you know, with the risk management, with the account size, you can trade, you know, one can trade for a living. But let me tell you something, it's challenging, but it's achievable. So let me explain this before we go over to the chart, okay? Let me explain this before we go over to the chart. So this is how it works, yeah? So this bit here, as I said, we're going to draw supply and demand zones, right, on the chart. Then we're going to basically attach the moving average, okay, indicator, okay? And then what I'm going to do is I'm then going to look at this thing. So if you notice here, this candle, this is a moving average, okay? That's a moving average. I would like to see this moving average breaks above. I would like to see this candle, this is what we call a candle. It breaks above this moving average, right? And close above it. And can you see close again above it? Now, what I'm going to be doing is looking to enter there. I'm looking, my stop loss is there. And then I'm looking for my target for probably the next zone, okay? And that's all I'm doing. And then I can do the same to sell going in the opposite direction. So all I'm using is this bit. This tells me what my stop loss just helps me with my stop loss. And this is my entry and so on. So let's look at this now and see how we could set up something like this on the chart, okay? So here now, right, let's have a look at this one. So the first thing we do, okay, 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 guys, so this is what we've got now. So I've got my chart now. What I'm going to do is I am going to basically, yeah, I'm going to draw my supply and demand zones. So I'm drawing my supply and demand zones. This is what else I need. I need my moving average indicator. Okay, I need my moving average indicator, and what am I gonna do? I don't want to do. Okay, right, there we go. Yes, yes, yes. I'll answer a number of those questions, guys. So don't worry, I will definitely answer your questions before we go. Now here we go. Now, so what we've got now, guys, is this. I've put my supply and demand zones on. So here are my supply and demand zones, right? Okay. Now, supply, remember, is when you've got too much of something. Demand is when everybody wants it. Okay. So we're looking to buy in demand and we're looking to sell in supply. Okay. So this is all I'm doing, and this is what I do all the time. I just consistently do this. I don't do anything else, apart from this, what you see I'm doing here right now. Okay. And this is simple as what I do all the time, you know. Okay. Have I missed any? Okay, right. I've got that's this one there. So this is all I do. So I'm looking for the major turning points in the market. Okay, this up here would be what we call supply zone. This would be coming from this side. This would be my demand zone. This would then be another demand zone. This would then be another demand zone, and so on. But I look for certain candlesticks as well. So then I go to my daily, right? So this is my daily time frame. Now what I'm looking for is a sell trade here, right? Now, if this market now closes below this moving average, okay, then I'm looking to sell. So this could be my signal. So look, I'm looking to end. This is where I'm going to put my entry. If the market comes down to there, then that could be my entry. However, I've got to be mindful of this line here, because this could be a possibility where the market comes down to this point and then turns back around to go all the way up to there. Okay. Now, however, if the market comes down to here, then it more likely is going to come there, and I can eat some of the profit away from this. Okay, so this is where my entry is. My stop loss will be somewhere up there, but let me show you how I can actually get my stop loss. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to insert, then I'm going to go to average true range, right? And on this average true range now, if you look at this point on the daily here, it's about 70 pips. Okay, so this is about 70 pips. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to basically look to have my stop loss roughly about 70 pips. So this is my entry. Let me see. This is about 60 pips there. Okay, so roughly, yeah. So my stop loss is roughly, the best way I would say though, the best way is to probably, I would say the best way really is to put your stop loss above the highest point, the previous highest point. Okay. Now, if this I'm going to put as my stop loss, then the potential profit that I'm looking for is probably about this zone here. Okay. But of course, you probably want to take off some of it here, because every time the market comes to this zone here, the market tends to turn around. Okay. So this is how I would do it. Then I would right click on here, right? Go on to sell, right? Okay. And then go to sell. Why is it? It didn't come on this time. Okay. Okay. Right. Let's see. I'm not sure why it didn't come this time. I'm looking to sell there. I'm not sure why. Let me see if this thing is working. Yeah, it's on. Yeah, it's logged in. Yeah, it's logged in. Not sure why it's not coming on. But guys, anyway, we're looking to sell there. I'm not sure why this thing, why is it not allowing me to put sell there? Okay, let me just look here and see. Okay, right. Let me show you a different way of doing it, because I'm not sure why it's not doing it that way. But if we go into this and double click there, right? And then with market execution would let you put it right into the trade. We don't want that. We go down to pending order. And then what we're doing, we're looking to sell. Okay. And then what we're doing, we're selling at this price. And say I gave it this price, which is 1.067. So then you'd have to type in here whatever figure I give you, 1.0675. So 1.0675. Okay. Then I looked up. Okay. What's happening here? I'm not sure why this thing is not working here. This. Okay, right. There's some delay on this thing. Okay. Then you hover over it like this, guys. Modify. Then all you got to do now, because I'm looking to sell, I'm then going to basically click the up button. Okay. Okay. And then we're going to basically click the down button because this is where we're going to take profit. Okay. Right. So if I'm just going to pull this all the way up to where I said that's, yeah, so you'll be risking there 160 pounds. Okay. To make, I'm not sure what's happening with this platform here now. Okay. And to make 219 pounds. Okay. This probably wouldn't be a wise trade, you know, if you're going to be risking like 160 to 2 make 2, you really want to be going for 2 to 1. Okay. Now, all we've got to do to delete it, if you don't like the trade, if you don't like the risk, just delete it and you're good to go. Okay. So that's how we actually do the strategy. Now, the buy is you wait there, the price breaks and close above. We're looking for the entry. We're low the market. Look, when it comes back and close below, then we're looking to sell again. Look, we could have lost that one, but look at what happened here. It goes below, then we sell. Look at this trade. We could be inside here, but of course, if you notice, mess about there. Before here we go again, turns around, breaks up. We could have lost this one because if you notice, comes into problem there. And these zones, basically, someone will have to explain these zones to you. But let's look at it again. Comes down, break below. Look at that beautiful move all the way down. Comes back again, breaks and close above. Look at that buy all the way up. But you've got to be consistent. You can't just say, you know what, I'm going to take this one. Okay, you took this one, came back. Okay, you've made money. But let's look at this one here. You took this one, it closed below, came down, went down because you say, for example, you entered here, right? It came up. This was your stop loss. Came back down a bit. So you would have, possibly could have moved it to break even. When it got down to here. So break even, so you probably wouldn't have lost. But say it came back up and stop you out above here because now it closed above. So that then your trade is no longer valid. So what you do then, you see again, breaks below, close below. Then you're looking to sell there. Then you allow it to run and run and run until you see it start moving above. This is when you take profit. Now you're looking to buy again. Okay, close, right? Close there. This, for me, I would have been in this one. So I would have been looking to buy. The potential is that my stop loss will be there. So for this one, I would have lost money here, but I would have made so much money there, then this wouldn't be a problem. It goes down, didn't break below. So I could have sold there. I could have sold there because it break and closed below, right? But then I would have put my entry here because I don't chase after the market chase after me, okay? So I would have put my entry there. So I wouldn't have been triggered into this one. So then I'm looking here now. I wouldn't get any trade because I'm looking for that break action, okay? So now I've broken above here. This is where I'm going to put my entry now to buy, okay? Now I'm thinking because of this zone, the market turns around whenever it comes into this section here. So I probably won't take this trade, but then I'll probably take this one because there's a bigger move between these 2 points going down that way. Because this for me would be like the market coming up to this point, that would be a supply zone. So then I'll be looking for this profit. Now, while the market is moving, this is then where I'm going to be looking to go to get out. But then, of course, would have heated up a lot of my profit. So I might just say I probably would have taken profit here based on this zone. Here we go again. The market closed above. Then you're looking to buy there. There's a potential. I'll probably take my profit off this zone. I'll probably take it off at this zone. Now, look, the market carries on. And this is the thing when you're looking at this moving average strategy. Okay. So that's for that bit, guys. Hopefully you understand that strategy. It requires a bit of practice. And remember, practice makes perfect. Okay, so that's for that, guys. So let's look at the next one now. The next bit now, guys, is the next bit now that this one is going to be mainly for people who live in the UK. Because I think the strategy that I use, and I'm not sure what the economy and how loans and all of those things works in other country, but I know how it works in the UK. So, let's see how we get on. So what I'm going to be doing now, guys, I'm going to share with you how I go about buying the properties that I purchase. Now, I've actually expanded my portfolio now where I'm looking to Africa. There are some beautiful properties in Africa and a lot of safe areas in Africa. And, I'm not promoting Gambia, but I really love Gambia. I've been there and oh my God, the people are so nice. It's just amazing. I saw this. There was this issue. The police there, they don't have guns, so they probably won't just going to shoot you like that. And also, there was an incident, and basically, this guy was giving the police officer a problem because they don't have guns, and some of the pedestrians just went bam, just took him, threw him in the car, and said, "Mr. Officer, take him away now." You know, it was just quick, fast, and people just got on with the business. You know. Okay, so let's get stuck into this. I'm just there promoting Gambia. I love the place. So, and I bought a property over there as well, and the properties are really good value, really good value. Now, what about properties? What about the property market? Now, the property prices double every 7 to 10 years. Now, guys, this is a research I've done and to put this thing together, and also my experience as well. So, huge demand for rental properties because guess what? Of course, with Brexit, we won't have the influx of people from all over the world like before. However, there's still a huge demand for rental property. Not building enough property. They can never build enough properties. Rent rate increase at about 6.2% per year. And at the moment, interest rate is very, very low. So it's really easy for you to get on board and get your property. Okay. Now, how do I go about purchasing properties? Okay. So steps to follow, right? The first thing you need to do is and especially, and that's the reason why I said this lesson was for people from 17 plus. Now, if you're a responsible 17-year-old, it would be good if you get like a credit card, right? And you're going to see why in a minute. Now, remember, guys, this is not advice I'm giving you. I'm just sharing what I know and how I go about doing stuff because I don't want anybody to go and say, Mr. Hamilton or Marlon said this and I should do this. You understand? So that's clear. This is just what I do, right? And I'm not telling anybody to do it. I'm just sharing with you because I love sharing. Okay. Now, what you could do, you've got this card named Granite, you've got this Vankers and Aqua, right? These are really good for newbies, coming onto the credit card market. So, and remember, guys, people might think, oh, a credit card isn't good. A credit card, it's really, really good. And you want to use a credit card to pay for everything but remember, always allow 5 days minimum to repay your credit card, because what they normally do, you buy something with a credit card and you pay it off within 60 days. You don't incur any charges at all, any interest, but it's credit card that build your credit ratings. Okay. Another thing that I didn't put on here is, in the UK, it's good to be on the voters register as well. That's good when they do the credit search on you. Okay. The more times you use your credit card, the better your credit score. Because if you know what it's called, credit score. Now, how to find the best credit cards? You can use MoneyQuest, you can use Money Supermarket. And also, guys, it's really important that you check your credit ratings all the time. Now, a good place to start with is either Experian or Equifax. Now, Call Credit is they check your file and all your scores are on there. A score of 800 points or higher is better, right? Okay, it's better. Okay. Now, how do I go about buying properties again? No. How do you increase? Actually, I'll give an example, guys, right? This guy, I was telling him about my strategies. Oh, I buy properties without using my own money. And he was like, and when I told him, he didn't believe me because he thought I was lying. I'm like, I don't need to lie to you. I could take you to a number of properties now. He was like, well, the way you're saying it doesn't sound real. I said, okay, then listen to what I'm going to do for you right now. This guy is okay. He's got lots of money. And I said, this is what I'm going to do now. I said, have you got a credit card? He said, yes. Okay. I said, okay, what are you going to do now for me? This was in the midday. So I said, what I want you to do for me, I would like you to call your credit card company and we're going to increase your credit card limit, double the time it is. I said, how much is the credit card limit? He said, £10,000. I said, okay, we're going to make that credit card goes to £20,000 limit. So he said, okay. And he said, okay, then what I need to do? He said, okay, what you're going to do now, call your credit card company now. Have you got online banking? He said, no. Online credit card banking? He said, no. I said, call your credit card company now. He went on, he contacted his credit card company. And I said, I want you to tell him that you would like to increase your credit limit, your credit card limit. And he said, and he called him and said, I would like to increase my credit card limit. They said, how much? He said, to 20,000. Okay, yeah, it's done. It was like, oh my God, I can't believe that. I didn't know that that's possible. Guys, it's possible. But the first thing you do is to build your credit score, okay? Build your credit score and always pay off that credit card 5 days before. Because if you miss a payment, then you're going to have to start the whole journey, and it takes about 6 months for you to get clean again, okay? Now, so search for properties at or below market value. Find good deals. You know, another way to find good deals, and of course, this is you know, this is not me saying it's good that people are losing their property, but you know, first, you know, don't take the first property. If you have cash, then go for repossessed property. So repossessed properties, they get really good deals on it. Okay. And also another thing, I remember I took a few properties first time viewing, and I could have gotten so much better deals than what I've got. You know, also I did venture into HMOs. HMOs are home of multiple occupancy. And with HMOs, basically, I was getting one. I got it and I got scared because I would have to have 6 different clients, right? I got scared, and I just didn't want to be dealing with 6 different tenants, because you know, I just couldn't. When I look there, everything's set, everything is finished. All I had to do is get my solicitor. So I lost about £2,000. I just got cold feet, because when I look and I saw one day I went to the property and I saw one of the guys there with, you know, he had a lot of weed on his table, and I'm like, you know, I can't deal with this. I just want to deal with one tenant. Yeah, so I didn't even bother with that HMO. But HMOs though, and I don't know if you remember, I was telling you about, I saw this. It was a pub in the UK, right? Yeah, there was a pub in the UK, and and there was three other properties as well, and those are like bungalows. And the guy was giving it to me for 400K, and 2 of my friends, I said, look, man, let's invest, let's get this property, right? These properties. But I didn't have enough funds. And you know what? I didn't get it. But I'm telling you, the income on that was between 4 and 8 grand a month. Right now, I'd be laughing. We would be laughing. But because I think they were too scared. Scaredy cats, man. But I wasn't scared. But anyway, guys, let's look now. So how are we gonna source the funds? Okay. I'm not sure. Why is this? Oh yeah. When the thing go, it didn't save the stuff, right? So how are we going to source this fund, right? How are we going to go about buying this property, right? So we need to source the funds. We need to also release equity. Okay, so here are the different ways we could source the funds, right? And this is what I say to some of my friends. Like I said, look, man, just release equity from your property. Your property it's not giving you anything. You're the one giving it something every month. Remortgage, right? So remortgage a property. Okay. So release equity and remortgage are 2 different things. Okay. Now, if you release equity from your property, you're just taking out a 10,000 or a 20,000 or 30,000. Now, remortgage mean you get a different rate and you start everything again from scratch. Okay. Now, of course, these things sometimes depend on the salary. Now, for example, you can either take out a limited company or not take out a limited company. Okay. But it depends. For example, if you are working and your salary is £40,000 or more, then my advice to you would be to take out, buy a property in a limited company. Because what has happened now, the government, right? They used to give tax relief on the interest only mortgages, but that's now gone. So the government now, they're charging you full amount, right? On the rental income. So before, they used to allow us to take out the interest out of the rental income, and then the rest that's left over is what they tax. Now, and why have they implemented this? They implemented this because they're saying, well, we haven't got enough properties, and these buy-to-let people, you know, who are buying up the properties aren't giving first-time buyers a chance. So let's get them out the system so they can sell off all their properties. So a number of buy-to-let owners have actually sold their properties because they're literally going to be giving the government most of their profit. Because, and also the government is going to be paid twice. They're going to be paid, they're going to get paid from the bank, right, for the interest that the bank is charging us. And they're also going to get paid from us as well, because we're paying them more, actually, because if you think about it, we've got the interest-only mortgage, right? We've got an interest-only mortgage, yeah, that we're paying. So we're paying that to the bank, but then the government is charging us money on top of the rental income that we're getting. That's what they're going to tax us on. But it depends on how much money we earn per year. But as I said, if you're earning 40K or more, then limited company is the best option. Okay. Now, so credit cards, you can use credit cards to buy your property. Good low interest rate, you could take out a loan. But if you're using credit cards and you're taking out a loan, you've got to have a mortgage advisor that you trust. You've got to have a mortgage advisor who understands the system. Of course, it's risk taken, but what you're going to lose, you probably lose about $1,500 before, if the banks are going to allow you to do it, but of course, everything that you do in life, involve risk. Now, also, there's another thing here that I'm also sharing as well. The government is offering bounce back loans. Now, this bounce back loan, you can get up to 25% of your future earnings. Now, a number of my friends who have got limited companies, have taken out this one, and if you've got a limited company, you can take out a bounce back loan. And actually, the first year, it's free money for a year. And then after that, the next 4 or 5 years, you're only going to be paying 2.5%. So if there's anybody in the group, think about this bounce back loan and put it to good use. Okay. I'm not going to tell you should put towards property, but yeah, I've said it. Right. Now, listen now, how I go about buying my own properties now. What I do is I get a credit card, right? And I use a credit card. And of course, I inform my mortgage broker. The person buys a source of property is going to sort out the loan for me on the property. So I get to my mortgage broker. I've been working with him for a while. And I said, look, this is what I want you to do for me. Okay, sort it. And I've never touched with every single mortgage so far. I've always got them, right? And I use my credit card, right? And then what I do, I'm with Barclays. What I do, I take out a loan, okay? Take out the loan, put it in my account, but you never take out the loan before you apply for the mortgage, because they will see that. So what I do is I take out the loan first. Sorry, I apply for the mortgage and I get it in principle. Then I get my solicitor search and all of that. Then I stick this loan into my bank account. Okay. Now this loan is in my bank account. The bank might say, okay, where we're getting the source of the funds. If they send it to me, then I send the statement to them. They can see that the money is coming from my bank. It's there for a while. And then also another trick I have to use as well. I put it on. I put my statements on a fortnightly basis. So when they look, they can see my money in my account every week. So every week I get a new statement. So when I see the statement, they already see this money was in there. They can't tell me when, but they never really ask last 3 month statement. They never really ask for that, because the money can be coming from different places. So I've got that now. So I take that loan, yeah, and I use it to get the property. Then I take my credit card now. And remember, guys, I told you how to bill your credit card, how to ask the credit card company to increase. And let me tell you something. If they were going to give me 50,000, I'm say, credit card company, I want it to go up to 50. And if they ever say 60, I want it to go to 60. Okay. Anyway, so if we come back to this point now. So what I said now is this. I then take that loan. I get the property now. Okay. Now this loan, I might get it say at 14%. Now then what I do is my credit card now, I do a balance transfer. Right now, first thing I do, I use one of the credit card now, because I've got a number of credit cards. I use one of the credit card and I do a money transfer and pay off that loan, which was like 14%. Okay, most of the time, the lowest I've ever got like 14%. So I do a money transfer on that card. Okay, so I've done that now. Now this money transfer, right? It's zero. They don't charge anything because it's a fixed interest. You say 3 point something percent. Yeah, on this thing on a monthly basis, right? And then after that, no, then I do a balance transfer. Then I do a balance transfer on that credit card with another credit card. So therefore, and this balance transfers 2 years and 24 months. Yeah, so 24 months. Sometimes you get for 36 months, depending on the company, the credit card company. No, I don't pay, and you pay about 3%, 3.4%. And then, so therefore, I don't pay any money. All I'm doing now with the mortgage, right? You know that 3.4% that I pay to the credit card, I take that from the property. You understand? I take that back from the property because guess what happened? That's expense, right? So anyway, after 2 years, I'm not going to buy any more properties now, right? Okay. So after 2 years, all I'm going to pay is that 3.2% for 2 years. And I haven't used any of my money yet. And that's how I do it. And I just rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat. You know, I bought this property in Gambia, exactly the same thing, the same exact process. That property, there's no money on it, right? And guess what happened? I basically do exactly the same thing. Credit card, loan, credit card. No, you know, I'm paying back, I'm paying it back, of course. I'm paying it back, I'm paying back the loan. But of course, eventually by paying it back, you end up saying that money is, you know, you paid it off, you move to something else. And that's the reason why I said when you go in for properties, try and get the best properties, try and get the best deals. That's what you want. Okay, guys, so that's about it for today. Thank you very much for joining in my session here. I'm going to now allow you to ask questions. And if you type your questions for me in the chat, so therefore I can actually respond. So type your questions in the chat for me, okay? No, but I'm definitely going to Ghana. I went to Senegal. In the Easter time. I went to Senegal. Yeah, I went to Senegal, just across from Ghana. Is it possible to use property investment as a second income through buy-to-let? Yes, but let me tell you, if you're basically have a property already and you basically are earning, as I said, if you're looking to do a buy-to-let and if you're already earning 40K, I would suggest you use a limited company. Okay. Because that's going to be considered as an income, and they will attach it to your the amount. Because remember, the government give you like 10%, then they give you like 20%, then they charge you 40% for every stage of your money. Okay, so the more money you earn as a sole trader, the more tax you're going to pay. But then as a limited company, you're only paying 20%, and of course you can claim a lot more in a limited company. Do you have a slide showing your property purchase raise funds? No. What I've done is I've just explained that bit. I didn't bother to write down because I know it inside out. Okay. What broker do I use in term? What do you mean by broker? Okay. No. I don't trade intraday. No. Intraday I don't trade intraday because it's just too much for me. I'll give you an example. I remember once, right, I took a demo account. This is when I was trading binary option. And basically, and you know, I moved a £50,000 account up to £600,000 on a demonstration account. I went to a real account, I put the same 50,000. My mouse became a rat. I couldn't hold it. It kept on running away because my body was shaking. I can't, I find it difficult. That's the reason why I only trade at the end of the day when my mind is much easier. Okay, what's the hardest mistake to avoid while trading? The hardest mistake to avoid while trading is following your rules. What you've got to do basically is to make sure that you've got some ritual that you follow. Now, one of my ritual is this. I've got my rules in front of me, and I can't place a trade unless I can write that currency pair on that sheet of paper. If it can't go on one of those strategy lists, then it can't be done. Okay. What do you base your signal on? Using the example of stop loss. Okay, no, I use supply and demand zones and a number of other indicators. What I've showed you today is just one aspect of my trading strategy. There are other elements to it. Okay, can we access a recording of this? Yes, definitely, definitely. I'll be posting it in YouTube later on. Actually, I've missed most of your talk on this seminar. I was able to hear you talk about properties. Is a program buying? Is a program all about getting loans and buying property? No, no, no. We did trading as well, but the trading part of it at finish. So basically, you'll get that. It's recorded, so you'll get that. If you're young, would bank be more likely to give you? No, no, no. One thing I'll tell you, a bank won't really give you a loan. A bank won't really give you a loan. And also, you remember, you can't tell anybody that you're taking out a loan to buy a property. That used to be allowed, but it's not allowed anymore. That's the reason why I said you've got to make sure you be sneaky and use the right broker, mortgage broker. Let's see if we could see like companies that, oh yes, I use companies that give me a leverage. I'm looking for up to 400, 1 to 400 leverage, but of course I'm not going to be using all the leverage. Is it okay? Let's see, intraday. No, I use daily time frame. What's my broker? I use my FX. I use my FX market. Okay. Do you use a slide? Okay. Is it possible for use properties? Yes, you can. Right. Okay. Let's see. Where some more questions on here. Is it possible to use properties second income through buy to let? Yes, you can do that. It's going to be a second income, but it's probably if your income, your first income is 40K, then you need to think about limited company. Okay. How do we access trading pairs you recommend to practice on the demo or live? Basically, you just I'll give you what all you got to do is just WhatsApp me and say, Marlon, I'm interested, and then you just send me an FXCM is a good broker. Yeah, they're a good broker. They're a good broker. I can't fault them. They're one of the only companies in America. They're only one of in America, because America don't allow trading, and they were only one of them. I think they're coming through IG markets. Yes, you can. Yes, Imani, you can actually join. You can actually join. Yeah. Today, if you notice, guys, I wasn't selling anything. I'm just sharing what I do. A lot of people have put these things on and they sell. I'm not selling anything. I'm sharing. Yeah, my broker, I can't trust. Yeah. Yeah. So, but basically, all you've got to do is to see if they're regulated. If they're regulated, BD Swiss is a good broker. Yeah, BD Swiss is a good broker. They're regulated. Yes, I can trade. Yeah, I can trade your FX market. Yes, I can. No, please don't. Don't trade without having full knowledge. I'm telling you, I've seen so many people, and even including myself, I've wiped accounts. Yes, I can trade. Yeah, I can trade for you, but you've got to be on my FX market, because it's much easier for me. I used to be managing over 30 other accounts, and it wasn't easy. Would you teach us a trading strategy or just follow your? No, basically what I've done, I've shared it to you how you would take the signal. For me to teach you, you'll have to pay me. You'll have to pay me to teach you. So, but all you've got to do is, just send me a message and talk to me about it. I am trading a demo. I do breaks and retests. Yeah, that's a good strategy, but you've got to be consistent. You got to be consistent. Right now, I've got people come to me and said, Marlon, I want you to teach me, and so on. And then when I look at the strategy that they're using, I say, okay, yeah, it's a good strategy. And all I do is just tweak it, and then on their merry way, they're good. And let me tell you guys, if you come to my house and look in my office, right, you see tons and tons and reams of plain paper that I've written strategies over the years. Yeah. And I was searching for the Holy Grail, but not realizing that there's no Holy Grail. It's about mindset. It's about consistency. It's about money management and how you do it. And all of that, I only found out when I had this hedge fund manager who I had to beg to pay him to give him my money, and he taught me. And since then, I've just been on another level. Is it possible to teach me online and I understand and do it myself? Of course, yes. That's what I'm doing. You know, if you see, if you go online, go on my Instagram page and so on, you see my students are saying, they're, I've got students who I'm teaching now who basically, they've made back at least 50% of their fees, the money that they've paid to join my course. Okay, you're in it doesn't matter anywhere you are in the world, anywhere at all you're in the world. I can teach you just as though we're doing it now. And actually, I can give you control of my screen. I use all sorts of technology to log onto your computer and so on and so forth. So it doesn't matter where you are in the world. It's a global thing, global. Right, guys, I'm only going to be here for another 9 minutes, so shoot your question my way. Okay, so like how much it costs? What costs? What are you saying? What costs? Yes, no, the indicators, guys, it's just indicators. All you've got to do is just type moving average. Training, yes. Just DM me and send me a direct message on WhatsApp. And I can share more about that because it all depends on what sort of service. No, I don't do every signal is from me. It's my trading strategy. I don't use any companies at all. I use my own strategy because, I can only have confidence in what I do and how my thing work, especially when I'm seeing the sort of returns I'm seeing at the moment, the consistency. How to find a property manager? Okay, if you WhatsApp me, I can put you on to a person. I can put you on to someone who can get that sorted for you. A mortgage broker. The person I use. Okay. No, well, the thing is that, right, today there's a lot of strength, Michael, there's a lot of strength in the Aussie, in the New Zealand today, but also because there is the Australian dollar, right, it links tightly and closely to China. So at the moment, there's rhetoric between America and China about, they're going to put some sort of, embargo on the stuff that China sells to them and so on. And, there's no trade deal between them. So if there's a problem with China, there will be a problem with Australia because, the iron ore and all of these sort of things and the metal and so on, it's all of those things are in Australia. And if China is not buying because they're not making any money from the Americans buying their product, then it's going to be not nice days for Australia. Okay, yeah, how do I know my number? I told you I have my number. My number is plus 44 because I'm in the UK, I'm in England. 0788672790. Okay, that's my number. Right. Should I look at news? Because I'm more technical. The news, I would say, yes, I do. I don't really sell all the time. I've only sell a few properties so far, but I tend to just buy and rent. That's what I've been doing, just buy and rent. But let me tell you, let me answer that one for you. Let me answer that one. You know that one where you said, "Do I buy?" Let me tell you. You see, if you want to buy properties, yeah, and sell the property, the best way to do it is just to buy one property at a time. Buy it, fix it, sell it. Buy it, fix it, sell it. And then you avoid paying a lot of what we call stamp duty and also tax as well. I'm not saying I'm not telling anybody about tax avoidance scheme. All I'm just saying is this: because you buy it, you don't live it. You buy it, you fix it, you sell it. You understand? And you continue to do that, then you can just reinvest that money, and it's a cheaper way of doing it, right? It's a cheaper way of doing it. And remember, stamp duty, yeah. Now, should I look to news? No, look for this one here, right, Imani Stevens. Should I look to news? Yes, of course. Non-farm payroll is a big news event. America interest rate is a big news event. Euro interest rate and GDP result is a big news event. Yeah. So, and also if there's some war between China and America about this deal, then a big event. Okay. So news is good. I'm more technical. Is it easy to withdraw? Yes, it's easy to withdraw. Easy to withdraw. No problems whatsoever. Okay. Jay, yes, I thought so. One at a time. Thank you. Okay. Where do you get your market insight from? I use a strategy where I basically look at supply and demand zones along with some indicators that I use, and it just gives me, yeah, in relation to credit cards for house property, can you open several 0% card and keep moving to new ones? Yes, of course. At one point I had 5 different ones, 6 different ones. Yeah. And of course, as I said, I did show you that there are credit card builders that you can use, and basically those help to build your credit score. So what website should I look at to see? FX Street, my FX Street, investing.com. Yes, my this company as well. This one here. My FX book as well. It's a good one. It's a good one. Okay, how did I go on in? Even this account, guys. What I do is I see some trades and I just place the trades and then I'm out. This one here. This is my clients. Which I've only with my clients that I've got. I've only just started this month. Just started this month with the clients. So far, I've taken this, first month, because I just wanted everybody to put the money in. So far, my win rate, I've got 52%, 56%, sorry, 72% win rate on longs and 65% win rate. Now, if you're getting anything from 55%, if you're getting anything 55% and above, then you're likely to be profitable. And if you see a person with a profit factor of 3.9, that's a good one as well. Okay. So I'm doing really well. Okay, right. Have you heard of Signal Star automated? No, I don't do anything automated. Those iMarkets live and all of those sort of things. I don't do any of those things. I have been to those people presentation and be helping them to make correction to the PowerPoint. That's how much knowledge I've got, and I'm still not knowledgeable enough. I'll tell you 2 books that I've read. I've read so many books in trading. Some books you could possibly read is One Good Trade, and also Market Wizards. The Market Wizards by Drax Schreider. Those books you can't go wrong. Okay, right. Where are you getting UK property market values? Okay, and how did you analyze the market in Gambia? No, okay, right. When I look, the property I got, it is by the Turkish embassy in Gambia. And that zone there is a secure zone, and it's just by the beach. Okay, now what I did was when I went to Gambia, I look at some properties that was close by, and those properties were selling like 60, 70K. And so on. And I said, okay, yeah, you know what? I want one of these properties. And I just got it. So yeah, One Good Trade. Yeah, and you know what? Another good book to help with your psychology would be Trading in the Zone. That's a really powerful book. Trading in the Zone. You can't go wrong with that one, with that book. Okay. And sometimes, let me tell you something, guys, because we've got to be, because sitting on and reading these books is challenging. What I tend to do is I just get them on Amazon, Amazon audio, and just be listening to them. Yeah, so yeah, Trading in the Zone, One Good Trade, in Market Wizards. I'm telling you, those books. And don't forget the book I told you about earlier, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Yes, you can. Yes, you can call me. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Yeah, probably not tonight. Tomorrow will be good, because like I'm shattered now. This is my 6th lesson today. And I've had lots of conversation on the phone. So now once I finish this, then I'm going to be relaxing. Okay. Any other questions, guys? I've got another minute. Any other questions before I go? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. You're in London. Yeah. London. I'm in Birmingham. I've got my office in Birmingham. Okay. Any other questions, guys? 1 more minute and then I'm out. Okay. Well, guys, I hope you've learned something today. I hope you're welcome, Naz. I hope you've learned something today. I hope I've actually helped to empower you and make and give you lots of knowledge and lots of understanding of how I go about doing what I do. Because I'm hoping that if you won't make the same mistakes that I've made, because ultimately, if I had someone to tell me, then I probably would have probably 70,000 to 80,000 pounds richer today. But of course, some people will have to learn and then teach others. You're welcome, Michael. You're welcome, Terry. Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. Yes, I've got a personal website. It's Marlon FX. Let me find that. Yeah, let me find that website and show you. Yeah, let me get that website. Okay. Yeah, I've got it's Marlon. Yeah, it's marlonforex.com. You're welcome. Yeah, this is, yeah, and I do offer courses as well, that people can buy now. You've got courses, £49, £139, £249. Yeah, you're welcome. To Okay, yeah. Okay, guys, I'm going to be closing out now. Yeah. So thank you guys for attending today, and good luck and God bless in all that you do. Speak soon.